It has finally happened. Mercedes Mone is all elite, and we're going to talk about it right here on the Ango Show. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, it is true. It's official. Mercedes Mone is all elite. We're going to talk about it. Don't forget, we do got a giveaway at 100,000 subscribers. We're giving away a WWE World Championship replica belt, plus several other prizes once we hit 100,000 subscribers. And of course, we will be doing a live stream to celebrate when it actually does happen. So if you guys want to help me achieve the biggest goal I've had in my life, all you got to do is click subscribe. Now, with that being said, I do want to talk about this because Mercedes Mone is officially all elite, and she got the red carpet treatment. This was no different than the CM Punk debut, and I absolutely loved it. It was a big statement made by AEW, and Mercedes did exactly what she was supposed to do. I thoroughly enjoyed this debut. She comes out, well, immediately AEW starts off with, a camera shot of Boston, TD Garden, and stuff like that. Renee Paquette is backstage, and right where the garage is, where the car is pulling up, there's a car that pulls up and starts beeping at her to move out of the way, and that was a Maybach. Obviously, that's a huge statement as well, because the character for Mercedes Mone, it's all about the money. And then the music hits. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not trying to be critical here. This was the only thing I didn't like. Maybe my mind will change. I don't know. I'm not trying to jump the boat, but I liked her theme song that she had when she was doing NJPW, right? I love that theme song a lot. And I thought for sure that would be her theme song going into AEW, especially with the AEW audience. It almost seems like a lot of people would actually know what that theme song is. But in this case, that didn't really appear to be the case. So they've gone with something completely brand new and something original. And it looks like they're trying to make the CEO chant kind of like the "You Suck" chant for Kurt Angle, which I think that part is actually brilliant, right? CEO, CEO. That's going to be her shtick. What's going to be very interesting to me, because Mercedes was talking about this, and she was talking about how she is home. And then she talked about her dreams of being a professional wrestler and the reason why she came to AEW, and obviously she was emotional, and that's completely fine. This was a huge statement being made by her, that she chose AEW out of all places, when we know deep down inside she could also have gone to WWE. Don't get it twisted. I think at some point she does go back to WWE. I really do. But then the real question becomes, does she go back to WWE as Mercedes Mone, or does she go to WWE as Sasha Banks? Now, that's not going to happen anytime soon, because she is inked for a long-term deal with AEW now. I think this is good stuff. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I thought the promo was exactly what it needed to be. I thought maybe somebody would have interrupted her, but AEW was trying to give her her flowers, and I respect that. And that is something that I definitely appreciate. I would even go as far as saying that AEW did her right, because there really wasn't any point of her coming out other than just making the statement that she's here and she appreciates everybody and she's got a lot of aspirations and a lot of women she wants to wrestle with. She talked about Eddie Guerrero, and she talked about so much more. And the cool thing about this promo is that she didn't have to challenge anybody. She did mention some unfinished business with Rio, but she kept it pretty simple. And I think a lot of people were expecting this to be like, hey, let's start a brand new feud with Toni Storm or whatever it may be. And I don't think that's going to be the case with Mercedes Mone. Now, of course, with Mercedes being in AEW, there are a lot of great feuds. So I look forward to that. And I want to see what they do. I genuinely want to see what they do with Mercedes Mone in AEW. AEW feels like it's been turning the tide. And this year has been going pretty damn well. Last week, Okada. This week, Mercedes. But I told you guys this. Don't ever get this confused. I have said this for years. You can debut whoever you want, whenever you want, but the follow-up is the most important thing. So, AEW is a company that doesn't have the greatest track record with that. I could praise them until I'm blue in the face, but I have to be fair in my criticisms. Those criticisms do not go away. And I'm hoping by bringing in Will Ospreay, by bringing in Okada, and now, of course, Mercedes Mone, I'm hoping that changes. I'm not asking for much, but if you don't think AEW understands that criticism, then you simply do not watch AEW. And I'm speaking to the tribalists here. Defend them all you want. But if you cannot tell that there is an immense difference in 2024 AEW than anything we have seen in 2022 and 2023, you simply do not watch the product. You are simply a troll or a tribalist. This has been a great year for them in terms of TV. Not everybody will agree. But I want consistency, and I want things to matter. I do not want Mercedes to be just another signing, because people hate when I say this. Adam Copeland was just another signing. He didn't move the needle for the company, and that's okay too. But you guys have to be willing to understand that. I actually want to see AEW grow, and I want to see them be consistent. So it shouldn't be shocking when I tell you guys that I want Mercedes to be booked well. The good thing is they brought in Deonna Purrazzo, and they brought, potentially bringing in Camille. There's rumors of so much more. This is great. And the cool thing about Mercedes, right? She's not coming in here with just the, hey, I'm a wrestler. She's the CEO. So for those who think AEW just needs wrestlers with no identity, just understand AEW is inadvertently telling you you're stupid, because they want their wrestlers to have an identity. They want you to connect with Mercedes Mone, and that's the reason why Mercedes Mone is going in highly packaged as a star. And they deserve praise for that. Those are the good things. Now, of course, you're going to have people that disagree with me, but at the end of the day, her debut was excellent. I do think it's inevitable. One day she goes back to WWE, and I think people have to accept if she does. But now she's in AEW. Let's enjoy it. I thought it was cool. Like I said, the only thing I didn't really care about was her theme song. And my mind could change about that. With music, the more you listen to it and the more you hear it, stuff like that, obviously that could change. But as of right now, I think the theme song was just a little bit weird. I don't know. Maybe I expected her to just use her other song, and that's why. But like the Titantron, the graphics, the branding, everything looks cool. AEW actually looks better, and she comes across as a big star on the show. So in my opinion, I think this is great. I don't think there's an issue with it. I do look forward to seeing what they do with her, and I will definitely talk about this more on the live post show. So if you guys aren't subscribed, you should definitely click subscribe. I do live post shows on this channel. You're definitely not going to want to miss it. And also, one last thing I want to mention, Stardom. There's some rumors that potentially AEW, Stardom, CMLL, and New Japan Pro Wrestling do Forbidden Door 3. I look forward to seeing what comes of that, because I think Mercedes could be the bridge of that, and that would be really cool as well. Ultimately, a lot is riding on this, but I think AEW will do well, and I'm hopeful. But if they're not, then I will fairly critique them where I see fit. So if you're not subscribed, you totally should click subscribe. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next time right here on The Ango Show. Oh, yes.